Salt. It's an ingredient that can make food go from drab to delicious.
Here at our salt refinery, we do the same for the salt itself. Hi, I'm John. Let me show you how we turn these chunks into our final products.
Our salt is evaporated from ocean water in 1,000 hectares of salt fields. It can take more than a year for the salt to go from liquid seawater to the solid sodium chloride we work with.
We first need to take the large chunks that have been harvested and give them a wash.
We actually use treated seawater for this step because the fresh water would dissolve away some of the salt. Washing it gets rid of some nutrients and minerals like calcium and magnesium that were left behind in the evaporation process.
Next, the salt is stacked and left for an entire year.
During this time, rainwater continues the washing process. But why is it okay to use fresh water now? Well, magnesium dissolves more easily into water than sodium chloride. So as drops of water flow over the salt, they pick up some magnesium and carry it away, leaving the salt behind.
After that, we transport the salt to the refinery, where, believe it or not, it's time for another wash.
This time we're back to using seawater, and this last wash is just one last chance to get rid of leftover minerals and waste.
Once that's done, the salt is poured into a cylindrical dryer.
This is called a rotating drum kiln, which we heat by burning gas. As the cylinder containing the salt turns, the salt slowly dries and flows out the other end.
So now we're left with clean, dry salt, but the pieces are just a bit too big.
We feed the salt in between stainless steel rollers to crush it into smaller particles. Then we pass it through screens that only let the correct size grains pass through. We use different rollers and screens to crush the salt into different sizes.
There are heaps of different uses for this salt to go along with the different sizes.
For example, the very finest salt is used in manufacturing cheese and chocolate. Grains of a millimetre or two across would be familiar to most people as a type of salt that we use to season our food. And the larger chunks are great to use in saltwater swimming pools.
So all that's left is to package the salt up. And since we package 500 tonnes per day, there's still plenty to do.